To the stumbling blocks, I just slipped on cracks. It's commandment laws, so we need to stay on track. Your heart as a house at mercy, put it on my back. One body with your house shy, no, so we can't move slack.
With the Hebrew Israelites, with the vine of Israel, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Baharakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders of the house of David that have been ruling and teaching well for years and years. And to the elect out there, Shalom, you know what I mean, that have been holding it down, keeping it up, magnifying and glorifying the name of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. To the women out there, and the ones that are building themselves up in the spirit, and the children, Shabbat Shalom, we're out here for the so-called blacks, Hispanics and Native Americans, so that they can find their way, man, and repent, and turn to the Father, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
That's right, man. Yeah, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So yeah, what's it? We'll start off with Uganda, set to introduce the death penalty for aggravated homosexuality. Or, the country passes a bill which will make it a crime to identify as the ABC group, with severe penalties including life in prison for having same sex. It is one of the harshest laws in the world, targeting the alphabet group community in a country where gay people already face legal discrimination and mob violence. More than 30 African countries, including Uganda, have already banned it. So 30 countries out of the 50 plus?
Well, in Africa.
Yeah, I've already banned it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So they're sticking to the laws, man.
Why do you want to go? Why do you want to go to a country that don't like you? You're just aggravating, man. You're aggravating, or you're creating tension that don't need to be. You don't have to go everywhere. You've got specific locations where you can do your stupidness. You can go Tel Aviv, Dubai. You can go Dubai. No, you can't go Dubai. I don't think you can go Dubai.
Okay.
No, I don't think you can go Dubai. You can maybe do it undercovers.
No, Dubai is
Can't go Dubai.
yeah.
You can go Tel Aviv. You can go to better countries, man.
Yeah, Brazil,
South
Europe,
America,
all around Europe,
North America, Canada.
Yeah,
everywhere in Europe.
Yeah, America. They
You can
promote
go-
it big time.
Thailand.
France, France.
Where you got Leviticus?
So yeah, you got your places, man. You can't, but they want to push it around the whole.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Satan wants to push it around the whole world.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, he have as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and shall surely be put to death.
And shall what?
And shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Blood on them, man. Look, that's what Uganda's saying, man. Uganda's saying these guys can't come around here, man. They shall surely be put to death. Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. They're trying to push an agenda around this. You know that one where it says the God of this world? The God of this world, man. It's Satan, man. Like the God of this world. It's Satan, man. And they're trying to push it in areas that basically the government systems are saying, nah, man. You see it, yeah?
Yeah, verse 9.
Yeah, that's it, verse 9. So that,
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3 and verse 9. They show off their countenance, do witness against them, and they declare their sins as Sodom.
Yeah.
And they hid it not.
And they what?
And they hid it not.
Yeah, man. Uganda's telling them to hide it, man.
Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Woe unto their souls, because they rewarded evil unto themselves. Now Romans 1. Woe unto their souls, they've rewarded evil unto themselves. Go on, you know the one.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 27. Likewise, also men, leaving the natural use of a woman, bearing in their lust one towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their errors.
See, you see, woe unto their souls, the recompense of their errors. It's in the New Testament. That's what I'm saying. Like they're saying, it's just the Old Testament. You're reading the Old Testament laws. You're in the New Age.
Yeah, sisters.
Slavery.
You good?
Oh my God, them it too.
Yes.
What's
Do
okay?
you know why we've got these out here?
Because you guys are like, woke, like trying to bring awareness to, like,
Yeah, our people.
yeah,
Yeah.
just Africans, like.
This, little did we know, this is actually in the Bible. This was prophesied that it would happen to a certain people because we didn't listen to the Most High. Do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
That was a little...
No, I believe in the Bible, but
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I think that's justified so that we don't feel like as bad that they have to put us through that. Because you're saying that it's in the Bible, but then the person that gave you the Bible then ended up taking your resources and
Yeah.
then your Bible. You have the Bible,
Yeah.
and now we're so poor that we have to end up living in this country, even though we can't be in paradise.
I
So,
hear that,
yeah.
but there was a time at one point where we wasn't allowed to read. So we didn't actually read it ourselves. They were reading it to us. So you know, you're saying the people that gave us the Bible, they were the ones that read, and we speak English now. What nationality are you?
I'm Ghanaian.
Yeah, so, and you? Yeah, exactly. So basically, before the Bible was given to us, yeah, it was already foretold in the Bible what was going to happen. So before a man gave it to us, the so-called white man, it already had laws and prophecies that were to be fulfilled. Yeah, that Ghanaians keep, exactly.
Okay.
What are you? What tribe are you from?
I'm from the Ashanti region.
Yes, exactly. So they go back to Hebrew. They go back to Hebrew descent. They wear stuff like this. They got the kente clothing as well.
But
Joseph had colourful clothes,
Colourful
right?
coat, yeah. But these. The thing is, the reason why this is here, particularly, is because that only happened to a certain people.
Yeah.
That didn't happen to like the white man or the Chinese man.
Or the Jewish man.
Yeah, and this is what it says in the Bible. Can we get?
And you see what you just said, sorry.
Well,
See, you just said you didn't pray like that.
I didn't pre what.
The colourful clothes, the kente clothing.
Oh no, the kente in itself.
It mirrors Joseph.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I didn't really, because obviously for me, like, when I went to the Ghanaian, I went to a museum, an art gallery in Ghana. When I went to the art gallery in Ghana, basically, the patterns of the kente is actually a language. So before the English Bible was given to us, that was our language. So
This is the thing. Before we had it in English, what was it in?
our original.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
That's it. So the Shanti, their trace goes back to Hebrew.
Okay.
Hebrew is the original language on the earth.
On the earth?
Yes, at one point. Yeah.
At one point?
Yes,
Wow.
yes. You know, like the story of Babel, when the Most High came down and he
confused
confounded the
everyone,
language. Yeah,
yeah.
everyone was speaking Hebrew, and we still speak it. Well, we're learning it today, and that's what we've lost. We've lost our heritage. Get me Jeremiah 17:4.
Okay.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
Because this isn't happened to everyone. You know, we're the ones that, you know, are the lowest in society. Other nations look at us and they shake their head. They're the ones that have all the shops, and you know, you've got an Indian corner shop, Patel. You've got an Indian hair shop. You know, do our people own any of this stuff? Get me Deuteronomy 28 or 48. Go on, bring this out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So this is saying that we as a people will discontinue from our heritage. English wasn't our language, and England isn't our homeland. You already know you come from Ghana. You know, like my parents, they came from. Well, my father comes from Jamaica, but he wasn't there in the first place. Go on.
That I gave thee, and will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
What?
And cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not.
So we don't know this land, and we're serving our enemies. When you go in there and you buy weave or you buy hair grease, we're serving our enemies because our people don't own these shops. Do you see what I'm saying? Read that one, Sure.
Deuteronomy chapter 28
and verse 48.
45.
Go on.
Deuteronomy 28 and 45.
Go on.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and pursue thee and overtake thee until thou be destroyed.
Yeah, so that's saying that all these curses will come on us if we don't listen, and we'll be destroyed. And that's what's happened. Our people, Hosea 4 and 6. Our people are destroyed. You know, not everyone knows where they come from. Not everyone knows their language. Do you know? And this is all prophecy. Go and read it.
Because thou hearkenest not,
because we didn't listen
unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments.
To keep what?
To keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee.
So basically, there's more commandments than 10. You know, we all know about the 10. There's more commandments than that. It says, it says in there, you can't be a homosexual. Man and man lying down together. Back then, they would get put to death. That's the law. What we eat, we're not allowed to eat pork and seafood and lobsters and crabs. That's a law. That's not in the 10 commandments. You see what I'm saying?
Fish is the bottom feeders you can't eat.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
And it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
They shall what?
They shall be upon thee for a sign.
So when you look at these people, it's a sign. What they go through, this is a sign to show that this only happened to a certain people. God.
And they wander, and upon thy seed forever.
And upon this today, even our children, like we don't know who we are as a people. So it's a generational curse. Do you understand?
Verse 48.
Go on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the Most High is saying, because we didn't listen, you're going to serve your enemies. Go on.
Which Yahweh the Lord shall send against thee.
So the Most High sent these people against us. He used these other nations to punish us.
In hunger.
Yeah, go on. In hunger.
And in thirst.
Yeah.
And in nakedness.
So if you want to eat something, you want to drink something, or even you want to clothes, you have to go to these other nations.
And in want,
and
in want in all things.
And in one of all things, in education, driving license, rent, anything. We have to. None of our people have none of this stuff.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of iron. That's slavery. Go on.
Until he have destroyed thee.
And that's what's happened. You know, like if a dog, if you train a dog up, you can take the lead off him and walk down the road. That's what's happened today. Because we're so destroyed, he don't even need to have an actual yoke on us. Do you understand? Go on, bring that one out.
This is the book of Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
See, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Knowledge.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
So because we rejected knowledge, then we're going to get what knowledge is now. The Most High will reject us. And that's what's happened. More time, our people are going through such tribulations and trials, especially against these other nations, that we actually think to ourselves, is there even a God? What if we're the Most High's chosen people, why would he actually do such a thing to us? Why would the Most High bring people and do that to us? But that's just like having a child, isn't it? If you have a child and he does wrong, you're gonna correct him. That's the Most High's correction. Because we didn't listen, he used other nations to punish us.
That's right.
Do you understand? And this is all in the Bible. Is there more on that? No, get this one. Go on.
Sirach chapter 19 and verse 18.
Go on.
The fear of the Lord Yahweh is the first step to be accepted of him.
Yeah, go on.
And wisdom obtaineth his love.
Yeah.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord Yahweh is the doctrine of life.
So the knowledge is the commandments, and there's more than 10 commandments.
So where do you find the others?
Get me Deuteronomy 22 and 5. There's what's it? You could get the Leviticus, or get me Deuteronomy 14.
Can I bring a piece of Deuteronomy?
Yeah, go on, get numbers. Go on.
What is it like what's your basic? So if different
Yeah, that's it. The message for Matthew 4:7.
So his dad's from Jamaica. Is he from Jamaica? Are
Sorry?
you from Jamaica?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jamaica. Have you guys been to Africa?
No.
You ain't been to Africa.
I've never.
Have you been to Jamaica?
No, not even. I've been Barbados, but I haven't been Jamaica, no.
What I would say is that your concept of blackness is only relevant to this actual environment. So,
Yeah, but we haven't mentioned the word black once.
Okay, well,
You get it?
I mean,
Or
in regards
colour.
to like, so for example, when you go to, I'll say Ghana, we eat from our own, we buy our stuff from our own.
Yeah.
They make the hair extensions,
Yes.
they make the products. We use shit. We don't use all of these.
Yeah, no, go finish your point.
Oh, okay,
no,
sorry.
finish your
No, I'm
point.
saying that. So, for example, like what these people have is because they.
Yeah,
so, for
fine.
example, you see the African sponge.
Yeah.
That's made by, for example, it'll be made by a Ghanaian in
Yes,
Ghana.
yes.
The shea butter. So we don't use all of these fancy like
get
it
that.
dries out
I
your
get
hair,
that.
all that stuff. More time they're using just water, natural made soap from the places in the forest to wash their hair,
Yeah.
and that's what's actually being like done. And
But
stuff.
before you mention anything, but still out there, are they not still oppressed? Are they not still oppressed on a whole? Does not the so-called white man have a hold in everything, like even their government system?
Of course, and the
Exactly.
GDP and stuff. Yeah,
exactly,
100%,
and that's
100%.
that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
We can still, within ourselves, make a community and support each other,
Mm-hmm.
but ultimately we're still oppressed. Get me Baruch 3 and 8. Go on, bring out the point.
Yeah, what I was going to say is commandments he read with the curses that he said. There's a curse in there if you keep reading. It says that your sons and daughters, they shall go into captivity, and you shall have no joy in them.
Yeah.
So the sons and daughters of Ghanaians, they took the strong ones. Understand? They took the women that was the most plump, ready for fertile, ready for breeding. They took the men that was more stronger. So they were strong. They weren't weak. We're not weak people. But in our minds, it's easy to go in the chains. Why don't we overthrow them? Why don't we conquer them? Why don't
Because
we
they came with guns and bombs. Because they had technology.
So
and we had
this
juju and
characteristic
technology.
is the characteristics of the Edomites.
Yes.
That's where it says
Edomites.
that's their name. Our name is called Israel, Jacob. Their name is called Esau or the Edomites. Right? So these people,
Which are
these people, they live by a characteristics. They're cunning hunters. They steal. They put the animals on in the offices and stuff them up and that. So that's what they've got. They've got the imaginations that they use. It's vast with the killing techniques and they're torturing. So they would do that and put the yoke of iron to encage us and enslave us, right? But Ghana, back to that point about Ghana and all the things they've got, right?
Yeah. I was just we're gonna have to get the next bus because we have to do
That's
some
good.
more.
That's good. But Ghana, all the things they've got, right?
Yeah.
The seeds that they have, they have to buy them from the Americans.
Yeah, that's right.
The seeds they can't plant their own seeds.
Yeah.
Why would you have Ghana and got all of these things, but you're getting seeds from a scientist? So they say they've got their own vegetation, they plant their own things, but they don't own the things that they got. They're oppressed.
So like, look, bring this one out. This is exactly what he's saying.
This is the
Look,
book of Baruch.
Last one. What verse you looking for?
Any, we're just going to buy
Alright, cool. Last one,
This
yeah?
is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity,
So behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, God.
where thou hast scattered us,
Yeah, go on,
for a
quick.
reproach and a curse,
Yeah.
and to be a subject to payment according to all iniquity, or all the iniquity of our fathers.
Matthew 4:17.
So basically, you still have to pay for them things.
Matthew
in the Bible.
4:17.
Go on.
For that time, Yahweh Shai began to preach and say, repent,
For the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Yeah,
Hand.
it's lucky. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's it, man.
You know? Yeah, come. So yeah, all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, the sheep hear the voice, hopefully they can repent. And you know, they got the channel and that still. So yeah, so it was on Ghana, innit? No, Uganda. Yeah, so
we finished that.
Yeah,
still.
we finished that. So what's it? This is a quick one. Researchers are attempting to make egg cells with human ovaries. So 2 Japanese biologists are basically, the researchers had taken skin cells from a tip of a mouse's tail, reprogrammed them into stem cells, and then turned those stem cells into eggs. And basically, when they put it in a female mice, it had babies. So, I mean, the thing is, we've been hearing about this stuff all along, but we haven't actually really seen it come out, like, properly. So I think that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to go down that route of synthetic breeding, like them, what was it? Them pods that we brought out before. So, you know, this is Ammon now. This is Ammon thinking that he can play the Most High.
Find it.
What one?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
No, that's not the one.
The food. Get
The
the
bind.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
This one.
Look, Japan as well. So yeah, you know, Japan, Ammon, they're on this thing, man. You know, and that's the thing. All their research that they bring out, that's what the Americans and all that do use.
Gene, they call it genes.
Yeah,
Spice.
genes. Yeah, exactly. Go on.
Spice genes.
Looks like.
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 10. Thou shalt not plow with an ox and an ass together.
Yeah, that's it, man. Shouldn't be mixing them. Do you know what I mean? Literally, you know. That's against the laws of the Most High to be. That's why.
A donkey and a cow.
Yeah, every
a bull.
beast loveth his like. Do you get it? Every beast loveth his like, man. You know, you're not gonna have certain beasts going with certain, and that's what they do in the dog kingdom. You know, like these mongrels. They start mixing a German Shepherd with a flipping them scraggly little dogs and getting the madness. That's what they do.
A German Shepherd is a mongrel. It was it's many dogs. The Germans they put many dogs together
to make that,
to create a German Shepherd.
Even like the Japanese, what do they call it? The Akita, the white ones, the big wolf dogs and that. Yeah. But like you said, all these dogs are probably mongrels. Man. Go on, bring it out.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So power created men of his own image. In the image of power created he, male and female, and created them. And power blessed them, and power said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion over it, over the fish, and over the seas, and over the fowls of the air, and over the living things.
And over the what?
And over the living things.
So yeah, that doesn't mean you manipulate the living things, man. Understand? But the people that are in rulership right now, they're the wicked, man. The wicked are gonna do the gene splicing and do that mad thing right now, man.
That moveth upon the earth.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 13 and verses 18. Alright, no. Sirach 13 and 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man shall cleave to his like. What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly.
Right.
What argument is there between the hyena and the dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor? That's it. Let's go.
Yeah, every beast loveth his like, and every flesh consorteth to his kind.
Yeah,
so
like
that goes
rich
to the,
people and poor people.
Yeah,
You don't see them chilling with each other.
exactly.
When the rich people are trying to give out the charity in the charity events, they put on that smile, that I'm doing something. they can't wait to go back to the damn clubhouse, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Or the little lounge that they got, with the famous and the little lodges, man, and the synagogues of Satan, man. They can't wait to go back there. They're doing that to just act and put on the smoke screen. All right, the same thing with the animals, man. When they're all eating or drinking at the well, you think they can't wait to go back and chill? You know what I mean? With their life, they're doing the same thing. We're only here to drink, but the giraffes can't wait to go back with the giraffes. The zebras can't wait to go chill with the zebras. The lions can't wait to go back and chill with the lions, man.
Wow. This is the book of Genesis chapter 7 and verse 2. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by 7, the male and and his female.
Yeah, so so in the times of Noah was told to get the clean beasts. Alright, go on.
Yeah.
7 of them, 7 clean ones.
Yeah,
Go on,
And of the beasts that are not clean by 2, male and female.
Now, and his
female, so like
that's
male
what,
and
that's
his
the
female.
point there. His female. So the beast and his female, which is the same life.
Same light.
Same light, not
Yeah.
genetically spliced and
The
diced.
mouse ain't saying come over here
Chop my tongue off.
and to the guinea pig. He's saying the guinea pig was with the guinea pig, the rat was with the rat, the mouse was with the mouse.
And that's what it is. That's where we understand that they're trying to be like the Most High. When we say these things, the Most High said these nations are gonna think to be like the Most High. They want to be the gods, and that's why we say this is they're the Bible, they're the devil the Bible speaks of. But this right now is their heaven, because they're allowed to do this right now, but only for a time period. Now that the Most High seen the wickedness multiply upon the earth with the whole Batman system and also now the genetically modifying of animals and reproduction, the Most High say their time's about up now, you know.
Even on the TV and the commercial, them, if you notice they mix it, they don't put two
the same. They used to as well. Back in the day, they'd have 2 Edomites. And a family. Now they got a Jake with an Edomite. And a mixed child.
Or for these buses that go by, all these advertisements in the underground station.
Normally.
Remember we said it last time. A happy white woman. You put happy white woman
in Google.
And in Google, it shows her hugging a black man. Or an Israelite. Edomite hugging an Israelite
That's
woman.
the algorithm. They're
But
put
in happy black woman.
She's a single parent.
She's a single parent woman. She's independent. She's no one's next to her, man.
Complete that.
And then you put in happy China woman. You see a China woman smiling. But put in happy white woman, man. That is crazy. She's happy because she's got the BBCs, man. I ain't talking.
This is Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? And that's what he's doing, man. Even with the Uganda, like they're trying to push that agenda over that side. You know what I mean? Even down to like the Far East as well. It says, verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. And he's greatly despised by these other nations, but really and truly these other nations want to be him. That's why they're coming over, they're getting all dressed up in suits, shaking hands.
And then when it says Lucifer, right? It talks about, obviously, we're the children of the Most High. And these other nations, they're the children of the Satan, man. We come from the synagogue of Satan. They're these little demons, these little minions running up and down, man.
You see? What was that? So
happy white woman. Yeah?
Yeah, that's
Jake.
madness.
Look,
second picture as well. Like,
look. Eat them out with
holding a little baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, like, what you just read there is that the beast, the male beast, was the head of his kind. And what they're doing here now is putting the devil in front of our women to destroy our women by putting the white man in front of being the head of our table, to destroy our table.
Nothing. And that shows a lot, man, because that's Google, that's the algorithm, you know. So, you know, they know what you go on, they know what you're watching on YouTube, so they will tend to put, like, you know, adverts that would be like, for example, like us, when we watch videos on YouTube, it builds up an algorithm for us because we watch specific videos, like certain people. But what they'll do is they'll put in an advert in between some madness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they know, innit? Yeah. And imagine what they're doing with the children. That's why when you let your children watch these things, you have to be diligent, because you know these adverts nowadays, man. I'm telling you.
Spanish woman single as well.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You gotta be wary of his devices, because that's his device, man. The internet. Right. You know, we can use it for the good, but he's been using it for the bad all this time, man. Yeah. Serious. What's it? Another thing now. UK minister proposes jail time for social media. This is what we're just going into.
UK minister.
Yeah, UK minister. Yeah.
You're like, how this Honduras, part of the 12 tribes, lost history.
Peace and love. Tawada, brother.
Yeah.
Shalom.
God, Tawada. All praise to Yahweh, Bashan, Shai. Looks like a good read there. God. So yeah, UK minister proposes jail time for social media bosses who failed to censor harmful content on their platforms. Yeah, the jail threat. The jail threat is to be part of the UK's online safety bill, a widespread censorship plan that some tech giants claim will also effectively ban end-to-end encryption for private internet users. And this is exactly what we was just talking about just now, about the way he uses his algorithms and kind of gets the children and certain people to go off. What they're saying now is the social media's bosses, if they don't censor certain things, then they're going to be put to jail. And you know what the main censorship is, isn't it? It goes based on it goes, as it currently stands, the bill will give control of social media regulation to Britain's broadcasting regulator Ofcom, which mandates platforms under its control censor all forms of expression which spread, incite, promote or justify hatred based on various progressive characteristics, even including the trans, you know, changing from one to the other. So you see what I mean? They're only gonna ban the censorship, or if they're not doing it on the right things. So it's all to do with hate, like homosexual, like homophobic stuff, and the ABC. Anything there against ABC, faggotry, that's when they'll. If then, you see what I mean? Because they want to promote it.
But folly, no ban.
Get me? Yeah, folly, there's no ban. Yeah.
No ban.
You see what I mean?
Isaiah 5:20.
Yeah, that's exactly what I had there as well. 5:20.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
That's right, man. That's what they're doing all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? I've got a precept as well, still. This is Isaiah 10. This is Isaiah 10 and verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And this is what they're doing ultimately, man. Like the brother just brought out with the happy black woman is a single one. So this is the adverts they will put. They'll put adverts with mix, like a Jake and a Eda, man. Do you get me? But
Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the things framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? It is not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest. So yeah, man, they can't hide it. They can't pull a wool over the Most High's eyes and tell him, no, you're meant to do this with the animals. You're meant to splice the genes, and you're meant to do all this madness that they're doing, man. Faggots are allowed in Uganda. You can't tell the Most High that framed these things, you know what I mean, and turning things upside down, man. That's what I'm getting from the couple of these things that the brothers been bringing up in the news, man.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 2 and verse 17. Ye have weighed out Yahweh with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we weighed him out? Weighed him out. When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of Yahweh,
James 4.
and he delighteth in them. Oh, where is the power of judgment? So yeah, man, like these so-called Christian country rulers that you have, they're saying like, no, in God, they always like to say, in God we trust, and they don't trust in God, they trust in their own imagination. That's why they push these agendas. So that's why the Most High said these guns, for their wickedness, it's going to return upon their heads, man, because they're especially the Christian pastors that are up and with it and saying, come as you are, it's going to be upon their heads, man. So they're leading the flock astray, man.
That's right. That's right. Well,
this is the book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Not one. But the Most High can bring us from darkness into light, man.
From blind to the seeing, from crooked to straight, man. But you from trying to say that this pork thing, right, it's okay to eat, it's clean, or man and man can get married in the church and that's okay, woman and woman and that you not one of you can do that.
Good.
And you're doing that because Satan is giving you some sort of go ahead to do that. Yeah.
Giving you lucre, man.
Yeah, filthy lucre. It's an agenda, it's a money agenda. That's why I said don't be pushing that agenda in the country.
Yeah, I've got a good precept. Shall I bring out your James on first?
And that's why they don't like the Bible. The world don't want us to read these things in the Bible.
It's against everything, isn't it? That they promote and their agenda.
When we were reading that last night about when Israel had the time of like being at peace and they come to sell their agenda, and I was like, yeah, if you forget all your customs, before he went into the slavery, he was talking about it. If you forget all your customs,
the edict.
The edict
that was in the papal bulls and that.
Yeah, that's what we was reading last night, and it's the same thing that's happening now.
The Maccabees as well.
Damn.
You know what I mean? If we forget our ways, live up to their ways, then they're gonna be.
Yeah,
they're gonna be squeaky clean. They're gonna go through squeaky dirty.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1.
No, they don't need to read that.
No, don't need to read it.
Don't think that's talking about them turning of things from good to bad, upside down. Go on.
So I'll start at 30.
It was James.
14.
It was James chapter 4 verse 17.
17. All right. First. James 4 verse 17. It says, therefore to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Yeah, man.
Is that?
I've got another one as well. I said, this is Psalms 94 and verse 23. And it says, let me start at 22. It says, but Yahweh is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, Yahweh our power shall cut them off. So this is what I'm saying, man. They promote all this stuff, they promote all this left side stuff, but eventually it's going to fall upon their own head, man. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. They're making nukes, they're going to get nuked. They're causing, division or faggotry. Their sons and daughters are going to be faggots. You get it? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's their own judgment.
This is the book of wisdom. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest. So yeah, the bewitching of naughty ways, it obscures things that are honest, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You're turning off things upside down and saying this is good, and it's really not good, fam.
Like the rainbow, they've turned that into something that it totally isn't.
For the ABC guys,
for their amusement.
ABC, DLG,
for their own damn alphabet.
Yeah. Like Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 12. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doeth undermine the simple-minded. He, being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time. Oh no, that's something else. But yeah, yeah, man. Yo, the Most High is against them guys, man, that are doing that mad concupiscence things and the naughtiness things, and it's obscuring the righteous ones, man. It's making them like the ones that have no understanding of or just they're not fully aware. They're gonna think, oh yeah, that's my understanding. I'm African. I'm from the Ashanti tribes, but yet the Ashanti people know where they're from, man.
Yeah, you got something? No, I was just gonna say, like the brother was saying before. This is why, like them going into that abominable things and changing the bad into good and the good into bad. That's why they're not reproducing, man. That's why the population is declining. Yeah, the negative birth rates, because they wanna push their things up in next man and all of them. The Most High, they ain't gonna reproduce a nation like that. Why would he want to do that? The only reason why he's gonna produce is for destruction. So your child is only getting born to be destroyed.
Mad thing. And that's no, but you know what? We gotta say it. You gotta say it. You can't just. You gotta use the Bible to say, because they might say, "Oh, you guys, you wanna destroy the little baby." We don't want to destroy babies, bro.
No,
we're not here against the babies. Joke. You know what I mean? But the Most High says when he destroyed Sodom, he never saved them. He said, "No, look, pick up the babies and the old grannies with you, man." He destroyed the whole Sodom, man. When he had to flood with Noah's time, he didn't say, "Oh, the baby, let the baby come on." Imagine how many people were knocking the door and said, "Just take the baby." I was like, "No, babies have got to go, man. We're gonna make new babies."
And then babies are innocent. So they go with
the babies. The babies. Whoever perished being innocent. The Bible says, "Whoever perished being innocent." No, that's not the one.
No, that's the whoever perished being innocent.
No, we want the one. Did he go from Juba and come back already? That is man. He is a warrior. The wicked.
For the destruction.
Yeah.
This is the book of Job, chapter 21 and verse 30. That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought full to the day of wrath.
Say. Is that what it says? Yeah. Is that the right one then?
Yeah. Well, the wicked are reserved for the day of destruction. Then there's another one in Isaiah chapter 29.
No, there's another one in Job.
Job 16 and 4?
No, Job 30. This is the book of Job, chapter Yeah, it's like it, so.
Yeah, but that one as well. The wicked are they are made for the day of destruction, man. The Most High says these things, like what he says ain't gonna return unto him voice, because that's his words.
There it is. Put that there now. This is Job chapter 27 and verse 14. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. So yeah, man, if his children be multiplied. Wait. Starts from 50. Let me read that again. Job chapter 27 and 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of the oppressor, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
That's his heritage.
His heritage is the sword, man. And his children. That's why it says in Isaiah 14:21. Alright? Isaiah 14:21. What does it say? Yeah, for his children, man. And for the iniquities of his fathers, man. So all these multiple Edomites and Philistines and the Moabite, they're multiplied for a reason, man. Moabites are multiplied to wash the pots, wash the dishes and that. Edomites are multiplied so we can, because we got 2 feet, we got a lot of sandals. For every one Edomite, there's 2 sandals. Cost shoes and that. We'll give one to them double, wouldn't it? So we got 2 feet. We're gonna cost 2 shoes at them, man. For every they're made for a reason, man.
What's it? Last one now. What's it? According to the United Nations Special Representative of Sudan, fights in the region are leaving the infrastructure critical, from Khartoum's airport to hospitals to water supplies for residents, all damaged. Says Sudan's army declares a 3-day ceasefire during the Muslim festival of Eid, ending the month of Ramadan. The military statement comes hours after the RSF said it was ready for a 72-hour ceasefire. The WHO says at least 413 people have been killed and more than 3,500 injured since the fighting broke out last week between the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces. So yeah, man, there's a lot of unrest going on in Sudan. You know, the army are fighting with the rapid response forces, and I think the rapid response forces are the ones that attend to things like in a crisis and that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy out there still. Yeah, man. I'll get quickly. 2nd Ezra 15 and 14 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's right.
For there shall be sedition among men."
There shall be what?
There shall be sedition among men.
And sedition, right, is talking about like separations, man. People that are not seeing eye to eye. Right? What's that one that we can't be? It's the brothers. It's most I hates it. Contentious, man. There's contention going along between their own people, man.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what they're doing. They're taking things on their own hand now, man. They're getting involved. Huh?
And they're saying if they get their government.
Yeah, exactly, man. That's it, man. Yeah, and you know, another thing, they said there's 72 hours. 72 hours, they say, in a ceasefire because of Ramadan ending and whatever. But as soon as it was announced, a few hours later, man, we're gunning, man, still. So no one didn't care. Like on the news, like some woman's on the phone, like, there's no ceasefire. They're lying. They're still shooting us. You know. So that's sedition among the people, man.
That's right.
You know, in these countries, there's still things going on in France as well. You know, with that whole thing, that's been going on for nearly a month now. You know. You got anything?
No, not recently. Got news.
Yeah, news. Yeah.
I think you put it. I think you put it in the group chat with the ships that are on the sea. Russian ship.
Russia's on the way, man.
Yeah.
Where is it? Get it. Show them the picture. Russia is on the way, cuz. Russia said, I can't wait to get my hands. I've long time hold his peace to put his hands on England, man.
Yeah, exactly.
England are the worst. I don't know what it is about England, but they just piss off everyone. You're the little tiny little London, England, and you just piss off the whole world, bro.
Stupid ass leaders.
Yeah,
as well.
like France don't like. All
Boris
these guys don't like.
Johnson.
Did you hear about the French? The French have joined up with the BRICS.
Yeah.
The French have actually joined up with Russia, bro. You know what I mean? Because they say if you can't beat them, join them. They've seen the simulations, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, bro.
That's what Macron
I've
said.
got my family to look after, bro. You lot, there's not profitable dealing with you. Any smart guy would know. I've got enough nukes of my own. You can't boss me about. These lot are winning. I'm joining these guys. They put something on the table. They're not trying to kill me if they agree to go with the stronger team, man. So, and you know England already, man. They love. They say they don't like the French, but they love the French really, man. They can't wait to go to the shows, the little catwalks, the little art galleries, drink their wine, and you guys love the French, man. Stop chatting your rubbish, man. You know what I mean? There's a big feud against the English and the French. They're chatting rubbish. It's a love-hate relationship between the English and what they call them. We've got the Franks. You understand? Britannia and the Franks. Love-hate relationship. So yeah, they've joined Russia now, man. Which is just fully hate for you guys, for the Russians. So yeah.
On the 4 horns, innit?
Yeah. Simple and plain as that. Yeah.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 18.
That's right.
Then lift I up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns.
4 horns.
And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be those?
So these 4 horns, talking about Spain, England, America, France. Alright, these are the 4 horns, right? Go on.
And he answered me, these be the horns which have scattered Judah, Yasharallah, and Jerusalem.
Alright, Tarish, all these people, they've scattered us, man. Alright, go on.
And Jehovah showed me 4 carpenters.
So these 4 carpenters, alright, it's the BRICS. Alright, Brazil, Russia, India, and China. South Africa and Turkey are joining forces. Now the French are seeing the lighter side to things on over that side. They think the grass is greener over that side. But little do they know, the French should know that they're pulling out, Putin's pulling out the Madonna, Black Madonna and Black Jesus. And it's coming up because there's a book called The Russian Icons for a reason. Russia still have the documentations or the pictures of there being black Jews. He knows. Germany knew. Russia knew. They all knew that the Jews were black. Or dark, the Negroes and Hispanics.
Man of colour.
They knew that, man.
And so like you can find that in their churches. Like they ain't hiding it. It's in the actual churches in Russia. That's why Russia don't have
it's in their churches.
Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 21. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah.
These Europeans scattered Judah. Go on.
So that no man did lift up his head, but these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lift up the horn over the land of Judah to scatter it.
And yeah, when you talk about fraying, it's like you're ripping the clothes until it becomes like fringes. And it's like when you fray it, it's like to break the bands. Right? They've come to destroy and to basically to lift up the skirt, to actually show them, look, these guys, these four horns, they're wicked, man. And that's what has been happening in the system. Talking, Putin's been saying a lot of things about this Western culture, and they're like doing what Uganda's doing, man, saying these faggots are not allowed in Russia.
Speaking against what they're pushing.
This pedophilia thing ain't allowed in Russia. Right? But you let it go on over there, and you're trying to call us the enemies, man. If in the eyes of the world, we know who the enemy is, man. You guys are Romans, man. You know what I mean? That's why Trump is on the same vibe, man. But he was with it, but he knows it's wrong. You know what I mean? He knows it's wrong, but he's with it. These guys are all wicked, man. Go on.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 25. And Yahweh knew their faults and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
And that's what's going on, man. They was once mighty Caucasians out of the Caucasus Mountains of Russia, very togetherish.
Soviet Union time.
Yeah, very togetherish, man. Right? The wall and that. Was it the wall when it come that they broke the wall?
The Berlin Wall.
Berlin, yeah.
In Berlin.
Hold hands and everyone have a dream, and yeah, man, that's mad now. That's all that's done. All that peace and hippie days and smoke a pot and eat a mushroom and magic. That's all that's done now, man. Right, it's time to get geared up. You want a new technology, drones, facial recognition. That's what's going on now. Even the dogs, man. They got AI technology dogs, man. Right, that can arrest you now.
Can't.
A robot can arrest you.
Can't. That's right.
This place is nuts. It's gone. Go on.
And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And that's what's happening, man. Like, we're hearing these wars, rumors of war. Satan, divided against himself. Yeah, these are the times that we're in. Like, we're measuring the times of the coming of the Messiah, man. That's why we give all praises, honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that we have this knowledge and understanding, that we can come out and wake up the mass and tell our people, and to bring you the Nazarite news. So hope brothers and sisters out there that are watching, they're getting very edified out there, man. Most High's giving you an increase of knowledge of what's going on, and that you do your own research, study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh, man, rightly dividing the words. So you don't be ashamed, don't be confounded when people come up to you and be like, especially your Christian pastors, the ones in the church. So when they come up to you and say certain things, you can be like, well, here's the Bible, our book of instruction. That's right. And here's the evidence on the news in the Western Hemisphere. So who's lying? You or God? May God be true and every man a liar.
That's right.
How about Shema?
Yeah,